What is up, legends? Martin Legend, and as always, Theodore the Magic Mascot, back with another card trick. Today's one is awesome. It will fool absolutely every spectator you do it to. To be perfectly honest, the first time I saw this, I was fooled, and I had to just take a couple of steps back and figure out how it was done. And then I'm still impressed with it. If you're brand new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, or if you're returning to my channel and you've watched some of my videos before, please hit the subscribe button. It does help my channel a lot, and it has helped you a lot because you learn how to do magic tricks. And also, right at the top of the screen now, there's a link that pops up for videos that earn money for charity. If you wouldn't mind just clicking on that link, it really does earn some money for charity, and you're just doing a good deed. You're supporting me and you're supporting some charity. And yes, apart from that, if you wouldn't mind just dropping a like on one of these videos, Theodore really appreciates it. He's also been inundated with comments and he's trying to reply to them. He's really enjoying the attention, and I think he's becoming more of the main character than me. But apart from that, let's get into performance and then stick around for the tutorial. Okay guys, so for this card trick, I'm going to go up to a spectator and I'm going to tell the spectator that what we're going to do is we're going to find or select two cards, and then those two cards are eventually going to help me find their selected card. So for the first one, I'm just going to riffle down the side of the deck. Spectator tells me stop, and I tell them, okay, that's our first card. I can have a look at it, they can have a look at it. Really doesn't matter, because this is truly just a helper card at the end of the day. So it's the 5 of diamonds, the first one. Second card, I'm just going to swivel cut, get the spectator to say stop again. Spectator says stop there. Okay, that's the second card. Okay, so second card. And the second card is the 4 of hearts. So I'm going to spread through the cards and ask the spectator to pick any card they want. Let's say they go for this card. This card I do not need to know. Okay, so for this is the selection. And I'm just going to place it here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask the spectator to just look at these two cards and just investigate them, make sure that there's nothing funny about them, make sure it's single cards, all these things. And then I'm just going to give the deck a cut, and I'm going to make sure that I lose the spectator's card somewhere into the middle-ish of the deck. Just like that, the spectator can push the card in fairly, just like that. Okay, so spectator's card is lost somewhere in the middle of the deck, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to place the 4 of hearts somewhere close to the top, and I'm going to place the 5 of diamonds somewhere close to the bottom. So you can see they're not nearly close to each other, and I'm just going to square the deck up once again, just like that. And then those two cards also lost. However, like I said, we're going to have cards that's going to help us find the spectator's card, and the cards that's going to help us is in fact the 5 of diamonds and the 4 of hearts. So I'm just going to spread through the deck, and as we can see right here, there's 2 face-up cards, and right behind them they found a card, and the card they found was your selection. Anyway guys, if you want to learn how to do this card trick, stick around for the tutorial. Okay guys, so there's a lot of different ways how you can possibly do this card trick. This is the easiest way for me. So you need to have duplicate 2 cards. You can actually even we don't need a duplicate 2 cards. You can actually even just do it with 1 card, but I prefer 2 just to make the effect a little bit more amazing. So firstly, you'll place 1 of each at the top of the deck. Normal, face up. Then the other 2 you'll place face up at the bottom of the deck. So what you'll have is you'll have the 2 cards, you'll have the rest of the deck in any order, it really doesn't matter, and then you'll have the 2 face up cards at the bottom of the deck. So you can go to a spectator, and if you want to shuffle the cards and you feel comfortable that you can do it without the spectator realizing that those cards are, if you shuffle and they might see that, if you feel comfortable doing it, you can. It's just going to make the effect a little bit better, but you really don't need to shuffle the deck. Okay, so now you need to force these 2 cards on the spectator. So what I did was, for the first one, I just did a riffle force. I've taught this before. What you do is you riffle down the side of the deck, spectator says stop, and then you just keep a grip on this front card, and you slide the 1 card out. As you can see, I'm sliding the 1 card out, and I'm showing them their card. I'll show this one more time. You riffle down the side of the deck, spectator says stop. You keep a grip just on the 1 card, and you slide everything out except the 1 card that you're forcing. and then you show the spectator the card. You can look at this one as well, because this is just a helper card. It's very important to put this back at the top, because your other force is going to be right at the top. Now for the next one, what I did was I did a swivel force. You just swivel about half the deck over, and as you come over, you just catch a pinky break. Then you riffle down the side of the deck again. You tell them, say when stop, and then when they say stop, you lift up by your pinky break and release your thumb. So I'm going to just show this again. That's your card you want to force. You swing cut over, you catch a pinky break where your force card is. You say, okay, I'm going to riffle down the side of the deck. You just say stop. When they say stop, you lift up by your pinky break and you release your thumb. And that's then their card. And now it's important to place the cards that were originally on the top back on the top, because you want these two cards at the bottom. So now you have forced these two cards. Now you can have the spectator select any card. This is truly a free random selection. So let's say they go for this card. This is not a force at all. Okay, so for this purpose, it's the Ace of Hearts. Now what you're going to do is, you're going to, while they're inspecting this, they don't need to, you just swivel over a couple of cards, you place their selection there, and now you're placing these two cards on top of the Ace of Hearts face up. But you don't want them to see it like this, you just swivel cut over, and you can even have them squeeze the card in to see there's no funny business. Now it really doesn't matter. You can squeeze these cards in close to the top. You can squeeze the other card in close to the bottom, because you already have the cards where you need them to be. Now it's simple. They can squeeze this in again. And now just a little bit of showmanship, and just explain to them that face selections. But these two cards found, they went to go and search, and they turned face up with the card that the spectator selected. Okay guys, so I really do hope you enjoyed this trick, and if you did, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Theodore would appreciate it greatly, and if you wouldn't mind dropping a comment for Theodore or myself, we are happy to get back to you. Until next time, Martin Legend and Theodore the Magic Mascot. Peace everybody.